acts that you've done to my innocent daughter.
By up to 15 years state prison. Count 2 was lewd and lascivious molestation on a child, 12 to 16 years, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. Lewd and lascivious conduct on a child under 16 by a defendant 18 or over, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. Count 4, lewd and lascivious exhibition on a child under 16 years, defendant over 18, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. And contributing to the dependency of a child, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail. And then count 6 is interference with custody, a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years state prison. The state has now filed an amended information today, charging you with the following: aggravated child abuse, great bodily harm, a first-degree felony, punishable by up to 30 years state prison. Count 2 is aggravated child abuse, great bodily harm, a first-degree felony, punishable by up to 30 years state prison. And contributing to the dependency of a child, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail. It is my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to this new information. Did you have the opportunity to go over this plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Nowak, the terms of the plea agreement are as what the prosecutor just stated, that you are going to be entering a plea of guilty to the 2 counts of aggravated child abuse and 1 count of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. You will be adjudicated guilty, which is a criminal conviction on your record. Do you also understand, sir, that by entering into this plea that it may subject you to involuntary civil commitment proceedings set forth in Florida statutes 394.910 through 394.931? Do you understand everything that I've said thus far?
Yeah.
When the black woman is your God and money is your religion. Good afternoon. I pray that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. So getting right into things, man. Brother Polight is one of the most articulate speakers that I've ever heard in my recent memory. You know, if you aren't familiar with him, he has some legendary debates under his belt, typically on the platform of Sonetta. Shout out to Sonetta, of course, for, he's been putting in work for years in the black community. But as a black man, it really will make you proud to hear how he articulates himself and how he presents his points. Even if you don't agree with them at all, it has long been rumored that Polight is a scammer. Young Pharaoh most notably came out and said he sued him for scamming him. Individuals have came out and said that they've given their inheritance money from their grandmother to this brother, only to be scammed. So, that's long been going on, which sounds crazy as far as how, I don't know how you would give another grown man your inheritance money. I don't know how you got much faith in that brother like that, but, usually where there's smoke, there's fire, but it's so much foolishness that actually goes on in the black subconscious community, as I like to refer to them as. It's like an episode of Jerry Springer, so I usually take allegations with a grain of salt. Now, one of the most notable debates involving Polight came when he was speaking with Nature Boy, who is also another character, to say the least. And, if you're watching this, you're probably familiar with everybody I'm talking about. But during this debate, he stated that the black woman was his God and money is his religion. Now, the man is so eloquent and fluent in speech, he actually made some good points and had Nature Boy sounding stupid up there. But for him to explain this to where it makes sense to the average person, I knew he was cold. This just stamped it for me. But when he said these things, I knew he was in trouble. However, I perceived him to be intelligent enough to the point where he would be able to stay out of the way, get his money, and continue to prosper for many years to come. And then the allegations came out about him messing with underage children, which I had to let y'all know that, I was a bit biased at first. I appreciate the brother's work in his mind so much that it was hard for me to believe that I instantly, thought they was lying on Polight, trying to bring a black man down, But when he got off social media for some years, I said, whoa, it might be something to this. I ain't heard from Polight in a little second, But then again, I'm like, well, he fighting the allegations, so he probably don't want to come out of, be saying nothing out of place that can be used against him or whatnot. So ain't no telling if it's a money grab or whatnot. But, also keeping in mind that he comes out of that Nuwapian religion, which was headed by Brother Bjork, another brilliant black man, but it was nearly the same allegations around his name. So I don't know what they got going on in that camp, or what the infatuation is with children, or how you would even be in position to have this evil spoken on your name. But any optimism that I had about Brother Polight being innocent came to an end once he pleaded guilty to multiple counts of assault on a minor. You know, it really hurt my heart to hear him, you know, admitting to these things or accepting the plea deal. You know, I was still in denial until I heard his voice accepting the plea agreement and the judge addressing him by his government name. But again, I'm still not here to condemn the brother. You know, if what they say is true, obviously he's a sick individual. You know, he was accused of drugging and abusing a child. Disgusting, to say the least. But, you know, in a larger scope, it was seen that everyone who was riding that train of the black woman being God has had some type of foolishness associated with that name. And unfortunately, the black woman has not been able to save them. And ironically, it's been the black woman that's usually putting these brothers in jail. You know, i.e., I think of a young Pharaoh, because that was his message, that the black woman is God as well. And, you know, he on camera when he got into it with his baby mama, he on there calling up, you know what he calling her, you know what I mean? But I can't really say on YouTube. But, you know, and with money being your religion, the money can't save him right now. So it's my hope that during this time that he actually taps in with the one true and living God, because through him, there is no condemnation. And despite him being a predator, you know, there's still forgiveness and a chance at redemption. You know, probably never to the extent to where he was previously, at least from the eyes of the black community. But he can still come home and live a productive life. Regardless, he got to wear this one, though. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I just wanted to speak on it right fast. But, you know, y'all jump in the comment section. Tell me what y'all think. You know, another black leader down the drain, just like that. But, you know, it's sad. But, again, until next time, everyone under the sound of my voice, certainly be blessed. One.